My name is Timothy. Thank you very much for having us all here. I'd like to find out, is this your first time IUIC in Nigeria?
Yes, this is our very first time, and we're loving it.
Do you plan to have an IUIC base like a church?
Yes, ma'am. We set one up in Ghana, Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Uganda. Now we are in Nigeria, and we need believing men and women like you, if you believe, to join us to help free our sons and daughters from the mental slave of bondage. This is what we need.
Okay, so far, I went online, I checked out the organization, and I found out that nothing to be worried about.
Okay.
I found out that a few people believe that you spread a message of hate, a message of racism, a message of black supremacy. So I'd like to find out what is your reaction, or what message you have to those who fall in that category.
Okay, well, like we read, blow that up again. Here's my message. Here's God's message. Remember what we read earlier? That we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us. So, it's not hate when I say that you're God's chosen people. That's love. It has nothing to do with hatred. The hate is when your enemies change your images to be European images. The hate is when your enemies take over the promised land and they take it as theirs. The hate is when your enemies take the image of your king, Christ, and make him European. That's hatred. That's racism. We're giving you nothing but love. Nothing but divine love and inspiration.
Okay, I have just two more. I hope I'm not taking too much time. So far, have there been any meetings with Nigerians to propagate this message that you're giving? And how has the response been so far?
Well, we had a radio show here. What was the name of the radio show?
Radio Biafra.
No. Oh, Radio Biafra is very successful.
Metro FM.
And now that was the other one, right? Which was the one with the Christian one? We had a Christian radio show.
Metro FM.
Okay, that was Metro? That was the one with the Christian guy. Okay, now that one we got pushback from. It was Metro. They did the message of Christ being black, and it was a Nigerian. He didn't like that. He didn't like the message of the Israelites being black. He did not like that. But the other radio stations were successful. That one, because that was a Christian, he just loved Europeans more than his own people.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're
Finally, I'd like to find out, are non-ethnic races welcome to join your movement? Say, for instance, somebody who is a Caucasian but believes in the message that you are pushing out. Are they welcome?
What they can do, they can watch online. Many non-Israelites, they watch online. But we have to break the shackles of mental bondage. And what has often happened, I want you to listen to what I'm about to say. In America, they have there's a slogan or a statement that J. Edgar Hoover said. He said, the worst thing that ever could happen to the United States of America is black unity. And you can look it up, it's online. Europeans find it dangerous for our people to unite. This is why when under the Berlin Conference, is that correct? Remember, what Europeans did was they took chunks of land that they wanted, and the time they kept together, they caused internal warfare amongst you. Why? So that you could never unite as one. So, back to your question, they can watch online, but we don't allow them among us. They're reporters, they can come watch, take pictures, but then they got to go.
My name is Ivy.
Where are you? I don't see you.
Ivy. I work for TBC. My question is two. You started up 2003. That's quite new. Now, with this reawakening, liberating the consciousness of those who have all their lives believed Christianity, how do you deal with such people? Because it's going to be a long struggle for you, especially if you target Nigeria, where you have over 25 millions of them being Christians. I'm a Christian too, but with different consciousness, because what you're preaching is what I feel like it could come, from your end, because you have the liberty to talk about it. Now, how do you intend to reawaken the typical Nigerian who all their lives, by the age of 6 months, you're already taken to church? That's all you know, that's all you believe. How are you going to work that out for Nigerians, or with Nigerians?
Okay, your reawakening is the same as mine. When I first heard the truth, just like everyone here, some of us were Muslim, some of us were Christian. Some of us at one time was both. For myself, I was raised Christian. Then I was challenged by a friend of mine that said, where are black people at? So I found a black community there, so I went to Islam. And then I realized that Islam, we dealt with a lot of idolatry in terms of kissing the cobblestone. So I said, well, this doesn't seem right. Then another friend gave me a flyer, and when I read it, I was shocked that the people in the Bible was black. So I showed my family, I showed my friends, and we started to believe, and we all came to the school to learn. So it's not as difficult as you may think. It's a spiritual awakening. Okay, with that, Christ said, my sheep hear my voice. Strangers they will not follow. So as soon as they hear it, like some of you in the room, you heard it then, I believe that. That is what I've been waiting for. That the Spirit is showing me that what these brothers showed us is true. Because when you go to church, you sing and dance, right? How many scriptures do you read?